learned early on about Pope Francis, meanwhile, is the new boss is definitely not the same as the old boss. Next year, the pontiff's focus will be on change, not his own, but climate change.
A new blast of Arctic air has temperatures plummeting across a big portion of the country. It is 30 below zero in Riverton, Wyoming, and a snowstorm in the southwest dusting Las Vegas and blanketing parts of California.
The snow fell so fast in Southern California, more than 200 motorists became stranded on winding mountain roads overnight. By morning, the storm had dumped more than 6 inches of snow in low-lying valleys, breaking a snowfall record set in the 1800s.
I've never seen this in my life, so it's a lot of snow.
Mentioned Catalina, that's where a fierce windstorm turned deadly. The high winds and choppy water slammed boats ashore in Avalon Harbor.
One witness described it as like a witch's cauldron, with the wind whipping up from all directions. Another, a man who's lived on the island for 45 years, says he's never seen anything like it. Boats ripped from their moorings.
A massive bushfire in South Australia has destroyed homes and is putting people's lives in danger. The fire is out of control on several fronts and threatening the outskirts of Adelaide. With conditions described as the worst since 1983, there are fears that further wind changes could accelerate the fire. Smoke from the affected area northeast of the city can be seen from far away.
Here in the United States, though, a massive Arctic front is plunging much of this country into a deep freeze today. Temperatures are below zero in several northern states.
Iced over roads Tuesday, causing hundreds of accidents. An invasion of Arctic air could send temperatures plummeting to 25 degrees below in parts of the Midwest. In Iowa, the deep freeze may have played a role in this water main break, crumbling this road and opening an 8-foot crater.
Fierce waves crashing off Muskegon Harbor left the 48-foot high lighthouse covered in ice. Look at that.
A blanketing, ferocious band of snow, lake effect snow in Michigan, so powerful it reduced visibility to zero and led to a deadly pileup of well over 100 vehicles on the interstate I-94.
A stretch of Michigan interstate looked and sounded more like a combat zone. A winter whiteout, causing a massive pileup, shutting down a section of the I-94 in both directions, killing 1, injuring 22. Police say 123 vehicles, 65 of them semi-trucks, slammed into one another. Some burst into flames. Another fatality and injuries reported in this 50-car pileup just outside Ann Arbor.
To New Zealand now, where the South Island was rocked this morning by a series of strong earthquakes. The most severe tremor measured 6.4 in magnitude, the second biggest since the devastating 2011 quake.
Reported on those earthquakes in Texas, felt in and around Dallas. Well, tonight, word of yet another one. Now, 11 earthquakes in just the last 24 hours. And, of course, the new concern over what's causing this.
Yep, we're having an earthquake. You think California, Japan, maybe Mexico, but Texas?
Did we just have an earthquake? Yes, ma'am, I believe we did.
In the last 24 hours, nearly a dozen small quakes clustered near the town of Irving, leaving Texas-sized cracks.
This video footage captured in Israel shows a woman struggling to walk down a street in a central Israeli city. This storm caused power outages that left tens of thousands cut off from electricity and heating.
Until September 23rd, 2015, Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement.
The planet also means, very concretely, our very survival. We are, all of you know it, on the edge of a climatic abyss. In fact, we have 500 days to avoid a climate chaos.
We have 500 days to avoid a climate chaos. Very important issue of climate change, climate chaos, and we had, I said that we had 500 days to avoid climate chaos.
The French Foreign Minister said, we have entered into the 500 days of climate chaos, which takes us to September 24th,
2015. What's he talking about? Is he talking about something coming from? Is there asteroid cluster on its way? Or is there maybe not to be a deep impact?
Great many changes that the populace of the Earth will undergo. A great many changes, but there's really nothing they can do about it. They can wish, hope, and everything else, but it's still coming, and it's going to change just about everything.
Now, are you referring to that some type of meteorites or some type of asteroid or something is going to affect the Earth approximately 500 days from now, about the same time he's talking? Now, he made this statement, folks, on May the 13th. 500 days from then is actually September 23rd, September 24th, I believe it is, which